I have had numerous people tell me they have traveled all over to stadiums in the Pac-12 and even around the country, and they have said that Utah is one of the very best stadiums to come to a game to.
My favorite line when I am greeting people is, "Welcome to Rice-Eccles Stadium, BYU fans, Washington fans, Oregon fans. We're so glad you're here." And the response chokes me up.
Yeah, we had a great experience because at all the games, it was a lot of fun, a lot of experiences we're sharing with both the Utah fans, also the visitors.
Welcome Ducks or welcome Wildcats. And so it's always fun. They kind of look at us like, "Oh, are you welcoming us? Oh, thanks." And I think it's just been such a great program and so well received.
There was a woman that came in purple hair and purple lipstick, and she was all donned in her Washington State gear. And her husband, after I greeted them and told them how happy I was that they're there and how much fun we're going to have all together, he said, "Oh, please, can I take my picture with you and my wife? I've got to have a picture of this memory. I can't believe this experience."
A lot of them would stop and ask, why are you doing this program? I had a person from USC say that he'd already been stopped 3 times and he hadn't gotten to a seat yet, and he was so welcomed and felt so warm in our stadium.
The stories just go on and on. There's been a lot of them, and the feedback that we have got from people has been quite positive.
My best memory was also the Washington game. I had a father come up, and as I greeted him with a high five and told him welcome to Ute Stadium, that he had a little boy, 10 years old, with him. And I said, "We're sure glad you came to enjoy our game. Good luck with your team." The father turned to the son and said, "See, son, this is what collegiate football is all about." And then he gave me another high five. We shook hands. As the little boy walked away, he turned around and smiled and waved. That was what I think the ambassadors are all about, and it was a good memory that for this year that I'm going to remember for a long time.
When we played Washington and we had the game day was here, and I went over at the game day broadcast in the morning, and I was wearing my ambassador vest, and I was just going around there welcoming people, both Utah people, but particularly looking for people from Washington. And one of them, I said, "Welcome to the University of Utah, we're so glad you're here." And he got me and he said, "I have had the most fabulous time at this stadium of any stadiums that I've been to." And I just said hello to the president of the university about a minute before then, and so I took his arm and I said, "How about you come over here and say the very same thing that you said to me to President Pershing?" And I introduced him, and before they were done with their exchange, they had their arm around each other and they were taking pictures. It was kind of a fun moment.
I was able to see Jimmy Fredette, and I was able to see Tom Holmoe, the athletic director. During the Arizona game, I was able to see Ken Griffey Jr. He was there also supporting his kids, so it was an amazing experience to be able to sit with the visitors. A lot of them actually said that they were grateful for us, and that it actually made the trip worth it. Coming down here, they said we were the nicest fans. They really enjoyed it.
Actually, the BYU fans, I think, were really receptive. In fact, a couple of them says we should do this down at LaBelle Edwards Stadium. So maybe we've started something. I hope so.
A lot of them asked us, why we were doing this or what we were doing, and we explained to them that we wanted to create a better atmosphere. And of course, with BYU, there wasn't that good of an atmosphere when it came to fan experience and friendliness between the two teams, especially with the fans. It was more vicious between the fans than it was the players. So this really helped ease those tensions and make it worthwhile. And it really was pretty nice.
There was one USC fan, though, that said he would rather come to Rice-Eccles Stadium to watch a USC game than go to his own stadium in California, because people were so nice, and he's felt that way year after year. So that was a really big compliment, that he's had such a positive experience here. And truthfully, we've had so many fans say the same thing.
Every visiting fan that I encountered, whether it was escorting them to the ticket office or giving them directions somewhere or running out in the entryway before they came into their portal to greet them, they just had this look of surprise when we greeted them. But then they had this happiness that came over them and comfort. And what I felt really resonated was that they knew that they had a friend at Rice Eccles Stadium in Utah. I really felt that.
We would go up each quarter and walk the stairs and meet the guests again, the visitors, and ask them how they were doing, and make sure everybody was being friendly to them. And outside of just the ambassadors doing their work, I think it helped all the fans really recognize that when we have visitors in the stadium, they should be friendly to them, they should be kind, they should enjoy their company and play with them. I think the ambassador program really sets the tone for sporting events at the University of Utah.
We had really a twofold mission to welcome the visitors that were coming in, but also we wanted to help change the mindset of our local fan base to be the same kind of warm, welcoming community that the ambassadors were trying to create. And we felt like we've made some progress in that area. It's been quite fantastic.
And I think even among Utah fans, our season ticket holders, they really noticed too, and they noticed the ambassador presence at each gate. They got to know the ambassadors that were there every time, and they noticed. And I noticed even Utah fans as they were walking through the concourse or down by the food trucks, they were doing the same thing, and they were welcoming the fans. And I don't know if it was us that rubbed off or if they were just really nice fans.
There were a lot of them that would come to me after and say, this was the best game ever that we've attended. You know, we love the stadium. We love how you are so receptive with us, and they just had a fun time.
I had the kickers' parents from Washington that came in through our portal, and I said, this will be an exciting game because whoever wins will know who we're going to be rooting for in the national championship. They broke out in a great big smile and just made me feel really proud.
Even when they lost, I heard Utah fans that were really gracious and, hey, good game, thanks for coming. And so, yeah, I like to, attribute it to FanUp, but I think it did have a positive impact on a lot of the fans.
I definitely think that we've made a change, yes.
I'm proud to be part of it, and I'm glad that I have the opportunity to do it, and I hope that I can continue to do it for as long as it exists. And I hope it expands to other sports, and I hope it expands throughout the conference.
We are going to be around next year, and I hope all my ambassadors come back next year because they've been awesome.
Absolutely.
Definitely. We've signed up again. It's going to be fun.
Oh, we love it, and we love doing it together. Being part of the ambassador program along with him is just really a gift.
Absolutely, absolutely. So fun.
The partnership that we've had with the FanUp initiative and the ambassadors has been a very good combination. That what they have produced and all the signage that they've put up has been helpful to us, and we've been helpful to promote that. And I think that the two entities together have worked in a great partnership to try and make a significant change in what's going on.